What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today, I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a full face of NYX Cosmetics. They honestly have been such a standout brand from the drugstore for me this year. So many of the products that they launched this year have made it into like my everyday routine. I remember when I first got into makeup, their retractable lip liner and their butter gloss were like the two things that I really wanted to I needed to get my hands on them. But this year I feel like they really popped off and came out with some really good products. So we're just gonna do a full face using their makeup. And obviously everything is affordable. We love a good drugstore brand. And I'm gonna be showing you guys their brand new lip IVs. These are the Lip IV Hydrating Glossy Serums. These are so stinking good. I know that they are going to go viral in 2025. Like, I'm telling you right now. So I'm gonna show you guys these two. Thank you to NYX for partnering with me to show you guys these products, but I was like, let's just do a full face so we can use all the things, you know? Also, you guys might notice the change in my background. I'm now filming with a lot more natural light because I want you guys to really be able to see the products like as real life as possible and not have it be like so bright with studio lighting. So hopefully you guys like this. I can obviously make like tweaks and stuff along the way, but just want to get like the most realistic view so you guys can see how these products really look on the skin for this video and every video going forward. So yeah, without further ado, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, first thing we're going in with is the face glue. This was my favorite product that they launched all year. I love this stuff, and ever since they launched it, I have been using it. It literally looks like a little like super glue, but what I like about this is it goes on so creamy and like hydrating. A lot of gripping primers have that like really sticky kind of feel to them. They don't really feel like hydrating or nice going on the skin, but they're gripping and they're gonna help to like adhere the makeup to your face. With this one, it goes on literally like it feels like a moisturizer, but then once you spread it out, you'll start to feel like the tacky, like sticky feeling setting in, and that's what's gonna grip your foundation onto the primer, but it doesn't feel sticky when you're first applying it and spreading it out on your face. It feels nice and hydrating. So I love this. All right, for foundation, we are going to jump in with the Bare With Me Blur. I'm gonna use shade light medium. My face is like 57 shades lighter than my body right now, so we're gonna have to do a little matching skills and see how this works. I think that this shade will be good though. Again, keep in mind we're matching to the neck. Let's blend this out and see. Yeah, okay, this will actually be pretty good. Oh my gosh, I thought I was not filming for a second and I was like, we're filming, no worries, okay. Also, I'm not 1000% sure when you guys are gonna see this video. It's probably gonna be either right before Christmas or right after. So wishing y'all a very happy holiday if you celebrate. I am filming this right before, so I have like 7 million things still left for me to do. It's always like leading up to the holidays when it gets so crazy because there's so many little like last minute things, you know, before you can actually relax and spend time with your family. Okay, this actually matches my neck pretty good, so we're doing good. Now we're gonna jump in with another favorite of mine from the brand. This is the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. This is really nice if you want something that's gonna be hydrating to the under eyes, but still gonna give a good coverage. I'm going in with shade Vanilla. It brightens, it hydrates, but still does a really nice job of giving good coverage and like covering up any dark circles or stuff you may have going on. So I love this. All right, we are nice and concealed. Now time to contour. I'm gonna use the Wonder Stick in shade Universal Light. I'm not gonna do anything like super crazy with the contour. Today's look is gonna be more of like an everyday sort of look, but then I'll also tell you guys places that you can like amp it up and make it more of like a nighttime going out look if you have something coming up. Like obviously with the holidays, there's a bunch of events, New Year's Eve, whatever. So I'll share with you ways to like spice it up and amp it up if you want to do that as well. But we're doing more of a natural contour today, at least for me. And then gonna set everything in place with the Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. This is nice because it has like a silkier texture to it. So it sets everything, but it's not gonna make you like look or feel dry. I use shade light medium to set all over the face, and I like to use shade fair to set underneath the eyes just to add a little extra brightness and just set everything down. Okay, now I already told you guys that the face glue primer was my favorite for 2024 from the brand. This is a really close second, if not equal. Their Buttermelt bronzers, so stinking good. I'm using shade Butter Biscuit, and I'm gonna use this to just warm up the face. They have like a really light scent, but it reminds me of like a tropical vacation. But what I love about these is, first of all, they are insanely pigmented. So you only need the smallest amount, but it gives like that beautiful sun-kissed bronzy glow because it is more of like a warm tone. They do come in a variety of different shades, so they do have ones that are more neutral or cool depending on what you want, but this shade specifically I love because it just like mimics that like just left the beach kind of look, and I kind of use it as a bronzer. So like I use it as a bronzer and a contour all in one, and I love it. I feel like it brings a lot of life to the face, at least for me, and they blend beautifully, but they don't have any sort of like shimmer in them. Like they're more matte, but they're not like dry and chalky. I I love it. When they first came out and everyone was freaking out about them, I was kind of like, it's a bronzer, like how revolutionary can it possibly be? I was a skeptic, and then I tried it. Took me a couple weeks though, because I kept going to Target and they were sold out, and then once I tried it, I was like, okay, I get it now. And they did come out with Buttermelt blushes too. I'm gonna go in the shade You Know Butta. They're the cutest little names. This one does have some shimmer to it. I'm just gonna pop that on the cheeks. So pretty. And again, pigment on these is crazy, so you literally need the smallest amount. But because this has such a nice glow to it, kind of acts as like a blush and a highlight in one, so you really don't need like a highlight as well, because it kind of gives both. We love a good multi-use product. Okay, before we jump into the rest of the eyes and everything else, I do want to show you guys these lip IVs, because like you're actually gonna freak over these. They're so good. They come in 16 different shades, so there's a lot of different shades. I'm gonna swatch for you guys my personal favorites. Okay, first we have Hydra Honey. This one is absolutely beautiful. Kind of like a mix between like a nude, but also has a little bit of like rosy undertones to it. I really like this. Then we have Bubblegum Burst, if you want something that has more like pink rose to it. Very, very pretty. Drippin' in Rosé, which this one is a little bit darker, still definitely has that rosiness to it. And then Blush Rush, which is the deepest one of my favorites, which is a little bit more like berry toned, but all beautiful. And like I said, there's 16 different shades, so pretty much a shade that would suit anybody. Here's what I like about these though, that I think makes them different. They're basically marketed as a 2-in-1 gloss and stain, but honestly, I feel like they're even like a 4-in-1. Let me line my lips so I can apply it and I can show you. I'm just going in with, this is the Line Out Loud lip liner in Total Baller. Just like a warm toned nude. I like to use this to just give my lips like an outline, but then I'm gonna go in the shade Hydra Honey, and you'll see when you apply it, like you get a ton of color payoff with this. So I feel like you don't need a lipstick with it. You can of course use a lipstick if you want, but you're gonna get a lot of color from it. Then you obviously get this glossy finish, so you don't need a lip gloss. It leaves behind a stain, which I'm gonna let it sit on the lips for a second, then I'll show you guys like the color of the stain, so that the color is gonna last all night long, even when the glossy finish wears off. And these are also the most hydrating feeling things. Like they are super hydrating to the lips, and even when the glossy finish comes off and you're just left with the stain, it still feels super hydrating on the lips, like literally like a treatment, which is why I was saying it's more of like a 4-in-1 to me, because it's like a lipstick, a lip gloss, a lip stain, and a lip treatment all in one. It is vitamin infused for hydration, and it says 12 hours hydration. And honestly, I don't think I've worn it for 12 hours, but I've worn it for a very long time and my lips stay super hydrated, where most other stains that I've tried in the past are super drying to the lips. Like, yeah, I get this nice long lasting all night color, but then my lips are so dry and crusty, where you're not gonna get that with this. And like, how pretty is this color? Like I love it. This is my personal favorite out of the 4. I'll take this color off though, so I can show you guys some of the others, and you will see the stain that it leaves. And this was like literally sitting on my lips for what, 30 seconds? But let's go in with Bubblegum Burst now. If you like more of a pink to your lips, super beautiful. And I love shades like this in the spring, so I feel like as we move into like getting through the worst part of the winter to when the spring vibes start coming, I am gonna be reaching for this one because it's so pretty. Okay, let's try a darker one now. You guys can see as I take it off though, like the stain left on the lips. And this is with a makeup remover wipe. So you can imagine if you're just leaving it on the lips and not removing it with a makeup remover wipe, the color is gonna last you. But let's do Blush Rush. This is the darker one that I love, kind of like a wine sort of berry color. So pretty. And again, I can't emphasize enough the hydration of these. Like I feel like you have to really try them to understand, but a lot of lip products are marketed as hydrating, and these are truly one of the most hydrating ones that I've tried. So I feel like the name Lip IV nailed it. Like that's what these really are. They're like an IV for your lips, but love this darker color. And last but certainly not least, let's go in with Drippin' in Rosé, which is stunning and so pretty. Like the perfect rose without being like too bright. So pretty, and just make your lips look so juicy and plump and hydrated. Like I said, these just launched, so I'm telling you, they are going to go viral. I got the opportunity to at least be able to try them before they launch. So if you want to get them, hopefully you can find them before they sell out, but I really like these and feel like these are going to be a massive hit in the new year. Okay, let's finish off with the eyes. I'm gonna do my brows first, just getting them in place. I'm gonna use the Powder Louder brow pencil from NYX. This one is in the shade Soft Brown. This was another, I really need to sharpen mine because it's gotten so dull because I keep using it. But this was another one of my favorites from the brand this year. It's a very like creamy kind of formula. So you can just go in and feather it through your brows and just go in with this big spoolie they have on the other side. And it gives a natural, easy brow that you can like fill in literally like 10 seconds, which for me is all I have some days. So this is another favorite of mine. I'm not sure if this came out this year or I just tried it myself this year, but either way, it's been a favorite of mine for this year. Just buffing and blending that. And then I'm gonna set everything down with some of the brow glue, just in the clear shade. Love that this has a tiny little spoolie so you can really get in and like coat each brow. And they do have a tinted option for this too, if you like something tinted. For eyes, I'm gonna go in with their Ultimate Warm Neutrals palette. I'm just gonna keep it simple and add this matte brown to my crease. But this is totally where you could like add more to the look if you wanted to and like really smoke out the crease, build up the color. But for me recently, less is more kind of on the eyes. But this is a really nice neutral palette. It kind of has everything that you would want. And it does say warm tone neutrals, but there are some like cooler shades in here. So I feel like even if you like cooler looks, you could still totally like use this. And pop that in the crease, and then all over on the lid, just gonna go in with this shimmer, add a little glow. So pretty. Then gonna mix these two lighter shades together. Just pop that in the inner corner to brighten that, and right beneath the brow bone, just to add a little oomph. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that same shade we used in the crease and just buff that on the lower lash line, just to smoke everything out. And again, obviously if you wanna make it more of like a nighttime look, you could use a darker color to do this, or a darker liner, but I love this kind of lighter look. For my waterlines, really make the eyes pop, I'm gonna go in with the Epic Wear eyeliner stick. This is in the shade Pure White. And they're not kidding, this is pure white, but it really makes the eyes pop and just opens up the eyes so much. For liner, I'm gonna go in with their Epic Ink Liner. This is just in, I think the shade black, yes. And I'm gonna just do a tiny little precise line because I do wanna go in with some lashes. Should I wing the liner? I feel like I should wing the liner. It's been a while, let's do it. Love a good wing every once in a while. Popping on a little mascara, and then gonna go in with some lashes. These are their Jumbo lashes in Full Feather Flex to really give us some va-va-voom on these eyes. I like these ones because they're like full and like dramatic on the eyes, but they're not like too much. Like you can see the difference. It's like a little bit more subtle. I used to wear like lashes that went up to my eyebrows, so these for me are like the perfect glam lash without being overboard. All right, and then last but not least, we just gotta lock everything in place. So I'm gonna go in with the face glue. This is the setting spray to the primer that we used in the beginning, and just set everything in place. And we are all done. This is the completed look. Honestly, this is pretty glam. So I said every day, but once I started adding the lashes and everything else, I feel like this could totally be a going out at night look too. But I love the way it came out. I will list everything that I used down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.